I'm Stacey-Campbell, and I'm really excited to be here at the New Media Fest for so many different reasons. One of the primary reasons is that media can touch people in a way that a few other things can. For example, last month I was in Mozambique with Heidi Baker, and we went out to this blood diamond kind of village in northern Mozambique. And there was a whole bunch of us there, and it was actually one of the roughest villages I've ever been in. I've been in lots of different environments, you know, on the slums, in the streets, because we do a lot of work with the poor. But this particular village, they had just found rubies there, and so they had people from all Somalians, Kenyans, Ugandans, Europeans, all kinds of people that were there to actually exploit the land and exploit the people. And the village was getting poorer by the day because as the commodities were found, the rubies were found, all the natural commodities were increasing in price. And they had just their regular jobs. They couldn't actually afford the new prices for the regular staples. And so as they were getting poorer, then they were being hired by different nationalities to be sex slaves, to work in the mines, to be more and more exploited. And they were given alcohol, and in a similar way that we treated our Native Americans when we first colonized America, we gave alcohol, and the people couldn't take it. So when we went into this village, it was doubly saddening to what I usually experience when I go out in a village outreach, because half of the village was drunk, and there was like mamas who were drunk, and teenage boys who were drunk, and little kids that had been taken from their families to work in the mines, and you know, you could see them with the old men, and it was really heartbreaking. But in that context, we took the Jesus film. And it was, you know, for people were able to watch these villagers. I couldn't speak their language. You know, I preached a little bit, but I couldn't speak their language. And they had dubbed over in their own language, over the Jesus film, the entire Gospel of John. And it was amazing to watch the villagers through media look and hear about the Jesus they never knew about, they'd never heard in their own language. And so many people gave their life to Jesus that night. A deaf person was healed that night. Lives were transformed that night. And that was through the vehicle of media. And I believe that media is a tool to accelerate the good news of Jesus Christ in this hour, the good news that, you know, He is there to help people out of situations like that. He will cleanse people from their sin. He will take them out of exploitation. He came to set captives free. And when media it can go in places that nobody else can go. I mean, I've been to a lot of different churches, and some churches actually have almost zero creativity and zero artistry. And then you go into other churches like the Duomo or the Sistine Chapel, and there's art all over the ceilings, all over the walls. It's just the most incredible thing. And when people walk into that, even if they're illiterate, even if they don't speak the language, a picture truly paints 1,000 words. And they can get the entire gospel through murals on the wall. They can get the entire gospel through a film in a northern Mozambican village. They can get the entire gospel, you know, in a slum project, you know, through art projects. There's art therapy. There's so many vehicles that the gospel can be presented in through media. So I am all for seeing media explode on the face of the earth and accelerate the good news of Jesus.